Hey you guys, today I'm going to talk about Empire Season 2, Episode 11. I am so glad this show is back. I love Empire, yes. I love the whole family dynamic because I have mixed emotions when I'll be watching this show. But, yeah. Before I, finish this review, make sure you're checking out my cousin Mike B review for Empire. Color Me Pink is also doing Empire reviews. I'm not sure who else, but by next week I'll know. I haven't watched their reviews, but I know they're going to do them. Anyway, so it started off with Rhonda falling down the stairs from last week where Boo Boo Kitty asked, I don't care what nobody said, that was Boo Boo Kitty, pushed her down the stairs. And and we know it was a woman because the bitch had on red bottoms. I said, And Rhonda kind of got a glimpse of somebody walking out the door, and we saw the red bottoms. So I'm just going on with Rhonda's storyline. So she's on the floor, and she is just praying to God that nothing happens to the baby. God, you could take her, but not the baby. She's really, really hurt, and stuff like that. Then she ended up throwing the phone to hit the door because it had like a glass door. So she threw the phone to set off the alarm. I was like, okay, good move, good move. And then she had to crawl all the way to her phone to get the phone. I was just like, oh my God, blood was everywhere and all that. So then you got Lucius at the office with I don't know that man's name. His lawyer and his son. And Lucius is mad. His son Andre trying to get him out of there. Like, you need to leave. They're going to call the police. The police is going to show up. You need to get up out of here. But Lucius is not trying to hear that. And he sit down. They tell him something about they're going to try to get, I think her name is Camilla. Or Camille. I don't know. Camilla. I don't know. Out of the company or whatever. And something about some charters. So he ended up sending Andre to go get the charters or whatever, because he like, I'm not going nowhere until I get my company. Like, this is my office. This nigga had a gun. He was going to kill everybody. And while that's going on, you had Jamal performing at, I don't know, he was performing some down where singing that song Heavy, saying how he support his dad 1,000%, and he know he's nominated against his dad, and all this stuff. So yeah, he performed that song Heavy that he performed like at the end of last episode. Then you got my girl Cookie shows up. My girl Cookie is no fucking joke. Hakeem walks in there into his house, and she's sitting on the chair with a fucking broomstick. Y'all know that infamous broomstick from the first episode of the first season, when she whooped his ass. So she had the broomstick in there, and they arguing about what he did to Lucius, and you know, she was like, what you did to us, what you did to the family. He was like, I didn't do it to the family. I did it to him. He deserved it. He been coming after Dynasty, you know, since we opened or whatever. So this is what he deserved. And I get that. I get where Hakeem is coming from or whatever. Because y'all know me about when it comes to family and all that shit. I be like, I love my family and I fight through to the death. But I don't think someone would do it for me. You know what I'm saying? So I get where Hakeem is coming from. Like, he been killing people. He been dogging people out. He cut off Jamal at the first season. He turned his back on Andre. Like, what the fuck? Like, why is we always looking out for this motherfucker? So I get it where Hakeem is coming from. But Cookie was not saying it that way. And she was like, we're going to call another meeting. You going to change your damn mind. And that's it. And he was like, no, I'm not. And she was like, yes, you going to take it back. He was like, no, I'm not. She started whooping his ass with that broomstick. Then that didn't work. She grabbed something else. I was sitting there like, why are you trying to get assault charges on you, Cookie? Like, this boy is a grown-ass man. Like, stop playing. But she was fucking him up, though, and I was here for her fucking him up. But I was just like, girl, that is a grown-ass man. You can't be whooping his ass like that, especially when he didn't disrespect you. Like, you have to see where the fuck he coming from. Then, while Lucius is in the office or whatever, acting like he don't want to go no damn where, he and they're arguing. The police bust in with old girl. She telling him to get out. He like, this is my office. I'm not going nowhere. His lawyer had to hide the gun up in the safe. And then the police bust in or whatever. And he was just like, I'm not going nowhere. He was just real adamant about him not going nowhere or whatever. And then Becky runs up in there and say that Rhonda's in the hospital. So he had no choice but to get up and leave. So the whole family is there crying about Rhonda. And they like, we got to get it together before Andre come. Hakeem tried to show up to that hospital and his mom made his ass leave. Like, nope, everybody's feeling some kind of way about you right now. We got to deal with your brother. This ain't about you. You got to go. Andre coming there. And the way Lucius was coming at him, it was like both of them died or some stuff. But then Jamal had to jump in like, look, Rhonda's okay. She's straight. But, you know, the baby didn't make it or whatever. So he freaks out as, you know, expected. But Cookie didn't want him to break down and fall apart because of his mental status or whatever. So I kind of got that. What else happened? Rhonda tells Andre that God don't exist. She blaming God for this. She don't remember what happened, but she just felt like she's clumsy and all this stuff. But she blamed God, and I'm sitting there like, I get it. Every time something don't go right in people's lives, they want to blame God. Come on, like, my grandfather passed away today. Well, he didn't pass the fucking way. Somebody killed my grandfather today, and I didn't blame God not one fucking bit. I said it was a, you know, freak accident. It was very unexpected, but I didn't blame God not one bit. I hope my family didn't. I haven't, you know, I'm not around nobody. But I just was like, really? Okay, but you know, it's a lot of people do it, so I'm going to keep it going. Cookie goes and checks on Lucius because she know his ass is distraught. He lost his company and he lost his heir to the throne. So he feeling some kind of way. He just sitting in his room in the dark, and she just sits there and she holds him. The next morning, I guess, or a few hours later, I don't know. She wakes up and his ass is in the closet cleaning his gun and putting bullets. I don't know. He was doing something to his gun. His ass is not playing that. He want to hurt some damn body. So she was like, he started threatening Hakeem or whatever, talking about if he felt like he going to be CEO, you know, he'll hurt him. So she was like, let me take it back from Camilla. Let me do this. Let me work on this. I said, oh, yes, please let her get Camilla back. Please. So he was like, she was like, give me 2 days. He was like, you got 48 hours. And I was like, ain't that what 2 days is? Okay. So Hakeem and Camille, whatever damn names, Camilla, I don't know. He was asking her how long has she been planning this. And she was like, ever since your daddy banished me from your ass, I've been planning this. So then they start talking about, oh, she was like, if you want to be the CEO of the company, you need to get rid of your Mexican girlfriend. I was like, bitch, so now you about to be a crazy one too? Like, oh my God. He got, well, he don't know it, but he got enough dealing with Boo Boo Kitty fucking crazy ass. He ain't got time for you to be fucking with old girl too. Like, goddamn, can this girl breathe? She ain't done nothing to nobody. So Cookie comes in and asks and say she wants to help and all that kind of stuff, and old girl was not feeling it. She was not having it. She was talking shit to Cookie, kissing on Cookie's son. I would have called the case. That bitch would have got stuck one good time. Bitch, you gonna stop touching on my motherfucking son in my presence, and you know it irritates the fuck out of me. I don't care if he is grown. Bitch, I just want Cookie to punch her. For some reason, I just want her to punch her one good time. I just feel like this bitch is a pedophile on this little boy. But he talking about, well, at least she don't hit me with purses. She was like, I would if you want me to. I'm like, ew, this is so nasty. But anyway, Lucius and his lawyer and some goons at the club, and he telling them to take out the board members, just don't kill they ass. I'm like, because they trying to secure empire. So then he was like, who's going to handle Hakeem? He was like, he's going to handle Hakeem. So then, what else happened? Boo Boo Kitty visit Rhonda and tell her everything happens for a reason. Rhonda is distraught about what happened, but she don't really know what happened. she feel like Andre is gonna blame her and all this kind of stuff because he was the heir to the little kingdom. And Boo Boo Kitty said it'll be another one. I'm like, just shut up. That bitch gonna have to. She have the nerve to come see her. Hakeem and Jamal talk about being a CEO and all this kind of stuff, and Jamal was just basically telling him like it's gonna destroy you. It was taking me away from the music. It was destroying me. It's gonna do the same thing for you. And he was like, and Dad gonna kill your ass. And he was like, well, you know, he was asking him how do he really want it. But Hakeem don't really know because he had to break up. He's gonna have to break up with Laura. So next thing you know, Laura's in there rehearsing with her homegirls some song. I remember it's by the end, but I liked it. And Hakeem busting there drunk because he was getting drunk when he was talking to Jamal. So he busting there drunk, talking shit, calling her lazy. The other girls walk out. He's still talking shit to her. He called her a bitch. She called him a bitch. And then he called her with a virgin ass. I would have hit him. I know we're not supposed to hit on men because they might hit us back, but I would to hit him. He deserved it. He would, you know, when you say the most disrespectful thing you could spit on a person, I would have spit on him. Because I wouldn't have came back. I would have spit on that motherfucker. For real, for real. Jamal had his manager talking about pushing the gay cause or whatever. He's supposed to be pushing the gay cause, but he don't know if he want to push the gay cause because he heard about Sky. And Jamal wants to know, like, how do you know about Sky? He's like, don't worry about it, but I know. And he was like, why does it matter who I fucking sleeping with? And he breaks down his whole thing about being in the LGBT community and how certain countries don't accept it. They would kill you for it and all this kind of stuff. So I get where both of them are coming from. Especially when you're waving this flag around that you're gay. You're not waving this flag around that you are bisexual. You're waving it around like you're pure gay. So, I'm side-eyeing your ass too when it comes to fucking Sky. So, I'm just saying. So, I'm quite sure if I'm doing it, a lot other people is doing it. So, that's what he's saying. And it can fuck you up. Like, come on. But he say he's gay. He keeps saying regardless of who I'm fucking, I'm still gay. I can't explain that because I'm not a part of that world. Maybe somebody can explain that to me and the other subscribers that don't know nothing about it in the comment section. But homeboy told me that being gay, well, he told me to be gay. Lucius is playing the piano while all the board members are being tortured. You had a hanging cat, somebody's car blew up, somebody got their ass whooped. It was just crazy. They all end up doing just scared. So Jamal and Cookie, they're talking, and they're talking about his music, and Camilla's don't have music in her soul, so they really talking about getting Empire away from her and stuff like that. Cookie tells Jamal to focus on his music. And he tells her about Jameson and Sky. That conversation was so everything to me when it comes to them two. I promise. They were talking about getting a man. They was talking about, oh, she told his ass to pick a team. I fell out. But he was saying how people, because she was like, are you like confused, bisexual? And he was like, no. And then he was like, have you slept with a woman? She was like, well, don't ask me. I ain't gonna answer that. I said, that's that answer. But I was, you know, he was just, she was telling him to fix it with Jameson because Jameson can help him, whatever. She was telling him to get his gay back. I fell out. But I do get what he's saying where it's not about who you fucking like. He know he's attracted to men. He wants to be with the man. But sometimes you be with somebody else and they spark that and then things just happen. So, okay. But, okay. I don't even want to get into that because I'm not a part of that world. And so I don't know how to explain it. Camilla is with the board members. Everybody pulling out, changing their mind. So Hakeem gets on the table talking about he's going to be the damn CEO. And was anybody believing his speech? I was like, get your little ass off the table before you get your ass whooped with a belt. Like, he just looked like a little kid playing like his daddy. You know how we go to our parents' bed place of work or whatever when we little and we trying to imitate them. That's what it looked like to me. I was like, this shit ain't believable. But he gonna be the new CEO. Jamal performs a new song at this awards place and for this awards thing, and they're supposed to perform the song that they're nominated for, but he didn't. He performed this song called Freedom. I liked it. I liked the concept. I liked the whole visual of the thing. It was talking about nobody can't tell me how to love. I liked the song. So hey. Cookie. No. Yeah, Cookie, Jamal, and Andre is at the hospital. Rhonda's getting ready to go home. They waiting to take her home. And Andre says that Rhonda is scared because she don't know if they're going to be able to have any more kids. And so Cookie tells them that she had a miscarriage before the 3 boys were born. She had a little girl. They were distraught. But Rhonda's going to be okay. Then they start talking about, being, getting Empire back and all that kind of stuff. So, from Camille, both of the boys are willing to help her get this company back. Andre takes Rhonda home, and she starts having flashbacks of the night that she got pushed down the stairs. So, that's going to come back into play. Cookie and her sons walk in on Hakeem and old girl, and Hakeem had the ugliest suit on. Oh my God, who styled that suit? That suit was too little and too ugly. I don't understand with these boys nowadays and their fashion sense. It was horrible, and it was little. But anyway, he started threatening Jamal about releasing his CD. And they was like, okay, good. That's what we came here to talk about. Because we're going to release it on Dynasty. They like, no, you can't do that. And I'm like, they were like, technically we can because we never said who we were going to release it with. But we're going to release it on Dynasty. So now we're going to take your biggest fucking artist if you don't allow Cookie ass to work up in Empire and all that kind of stuff. So he ended up giving in because he just wanted all his family to work together in the first place. He just wanted his daddy out the way. But he was willing to work with everybody else. And Homegirl was mad that he did it, but he did it. Whatever. Cookie gives Lucius her office at Dynasty to work there for now until she can get the company back for him or whatever. So, Andre's in the baby room packing up the baby stuff, and he has a meltdown and crying and all that kind of stuff. Laura is in the studio singing something. I don't know the name of the song, but it was about taking away her crown, letting her kingdom down, and all this kind of stuff. Hakeem is watching her sing this song in the studio, and I guess he gets in his feelings because he ends up showing up at her house afterwards, and he apologized and tell her he only broke up with her so he can get the company. Now he got the company, he wants her. So then they goes up in her house, they kissing, and she fucking him. And I'm like, she just letting all her kingdom down. Girls, don't do this. Don't do this. He talked about you being a virgin, and then that's what I'm gonna give away my virginity to him, the person that just called me a bitch. And fuck no. I was so disappointed in Laura sleeping with this boy. He even tried to stop her, and she still said yeah. I was like, that's all I keep thinking. It's like, this girl really got her fucking panties talked off after he fucking dumped her. Like, oh my God, you fucking idiot. And then she was like, I love you. And he was like, I love you too. And I was just like, it was so simple to get them draws. It was so motherfucking simple. Anyway, Lucius meet up with Hakeem with the gun, and they're, he was like, you know where you're standing? And he was like, no. And he was like, where my best friend was standing when he died. And he was like, and I shot him, and I will do anything to protect Empire and all this stuff, and I was going to take it back. Then he gives Hakeem the gun and tells him to shoot him, because if he don't shoot him, he's gonna fucking come after him with everything that he got. So Hakeem was looking like he was gonna shoot him, but I was like, I know this boy ain't gonna shoot him because he ain't got heart like that. So Hakeem was like, I'm not gonna shoot you, and walked away, threw the gun at Lucius' feet, and Lucius told him to watch his back. He was gonna be coming after him, and I'm like, oh my god, you are just the pettiest ass father ever. This is why I'm not mad at him taking Empire from Lucius, because of this type of shit. Like, this is why I didn't feel bad for him voting against you. Fuck you. Anyway, that's my review for Empire, season 2, episode 11. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Once again, pray for my family. Please pray for my family. My granny, please pray for her strength. And I will talk to y'all in the next video. Follow me on all social media sites by The Ghetto View, THA, not THE. And I will talk to y'all later. Peace out.